It's your girl, Michelle.
Miss Mariah, also known as Mariah Amazing.
And Yuna, hey.
Hey, y'all tuned into Melanin Voices. What's up, y'all?
Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
We missed y'all. I know we've been going for quite a while.
We have it, though. We had an episode last week.
Oh, we did. I guess y'all been going for quite a while.
We've been gone. We was in Colombia, y'all. We had a great time. In Panama, huh?
Yeah, I had a good time.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, let's get started. Let's get the ball rolling. And
I guess... Hold on. Your event, can you say just one little thing about it?
No, I was going to catch us up. Like, girl talk. I was going to have y'all talk more about y'all's vacation. But yeah, I guess we could talk about my event since Mariah, she always does this to me.
I do.
She does random all the time. But I did have a successful speed dating event about 2 weeks ago, which I am super excited about because I'm going to be moving it to Philly, DC, Harlem, and I'm just stoked about the fact that people are really looking for this living single speed dating thing to come to their city. So I'm on a move, busting a move with that. Sold out, of course. And you guys check it out. More vibrant events. Follow and joining with the movement. I might come to your city if you have enough people that wants me to come.
Yay! How do you say "you're"? You know how the people on the East Coast be like "you're," like whatever the fuck they're saying.
You're.
Yes. Yay. So
okay,
it means yay. Like that's what's up. So I'm trying to fit in with the East Coast clique, like you. Yes, but anyways, all those good things. Yo, you're happy.
Thank
yay!
You. I'm excited. I'm excited for it. A lot of people have tried to take my whole creative concept behind the living
single. I see you busting them out on Instagram.
So many people have been.
The whole flyer.
I'm going to bust you out. Okay, so I don't care about if you do speed dating. That's fine. I'm happy I was kind of the first person to kind of bring that to the culture because I feel like it was taboo for us to do something like that. But now people are saying like, oh, that is something interesting. So I'm happy it's a thing, but just don't take my creative content. Like go ahead and do your own speed dating thing, but put your own spin on it. Do not take other people's creative content. You will not go far. And I will bust you out every single time.
The whole mix, like the whole flyer, like you can do a completely different flyer, like color scheme, something.
Your own theme, it's fine, but just don't take. And then they even go through Eventbrite and like copy and paste like how I do it. So I'm even like thinking like, wow, you even take what I do in like word for word. So it's okay. Just do your own thing.
Y'all need to utilize the thesaurus. Come on, something. I'm just saying.
But that's what happens, though. It comes with the territory. So now I'm just more aware. And even people have reached out, even fishing for how I do it. So I had a phone call just last week with a girl who acted like she wanted to give me a space, but really was fishing for how I did the speed dating. So she would ask, like, so what was the strategy behind it? How do you do it? And I'm like, that's not what this conversation is supposed to be about. So...
Did you say that?
No, I just kind of gave her nothing. Like,
okay.
Yeah, this happened, something really quick. But I'm like, I have to be very careful about who I speak to. If you're not talking about giving me a space for free, then there's nothing to talk about. To talk about. So
I hear you.
Yeah, but hey, it is what it is. Come with the territory. I'm just going to keep doing it as often as possible. So more vibrant is like the face of it, at least.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So give us a quick, how was y'all's trip? Y'all got some Cuban.
It was fun.
Y'all was in Colombia.
How was
the men? How was the men in Colombia?
There were so many non-black people there. I didn't see many black people there.
What is black?
Except when we went to...
As in like African American black?
No, like black, period. Any Afro-Latina, black, African-American. I didn't see many until we went to Palenque, and then everybody was black there.
Well, because it's a whole tribe of people.
Right, but yeah. So in Cartagena, I didn't see many black people, but when we went outside, about an hour outside of Cartagena to a village called Palenque, it's only populated by Afro-Latina. So that was pretty dope to see that.
Yeah.
So if you ever go to Colombia, go on the tour to Palenque with Chris.
I do highly recommend that tour. It was like the best thing we did. And the boat ride was nice too.
Yeah, my favorite part.
Nice.
Boat ride was my second best. And then Panama was fun. I feel like if we had more time there, we would have had more fun. We met a local there.
Is it Panama or Panama?
I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it Panama or Panama? I don't know. I say Panama.
You missed that.
Why does that matter? What?
You remember someone would say your name wrong.
They're gonna be like, what?
Did we talk about your name?
City, bro.
You know. So Panama, like.
True. That's how you say Cartagena when it's Cartagena.
Right.
So.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
Okay, I guess.
I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correct. I hope it's Panama. I mean, a local pronounced it as Panama, so I think I'm right, but I don't know. But it was fun though. It was fun there that 18-hour day that we had.
Yeah, I enjoyed it there. It was really industrialized compared to Colombia to me.
Yeah.
It was like way more built, like building structures, like banks. It was like very industrialized compared to Cartagena, which was like more rural.
Yes.
Okay.
Cartagena was still very touristy though.
It was very touristy, but Panama wasn't touristy at all. So
nice.
There goes our take on it, you guys.
I'm happy you guys had a good time. Stay booked. Keep traveling. I think that's the best thing about living in the now is traveling and seeing the world. So
I agree. But on to Michelle's topic for the day,
which is quitters never prosper. Amen. Can I get an amen?
Hallelujah.
Amen. Thank you very much. So for today's word, say,
girl.
Okay. I'm
Pastor Moore.
Pastor. Oh. Anyway. So I want to talk about quitters never prosper today because I think it's a good time to talk about it. We're getting really close to the end of the year. I think it is a good time to talk about how quitting. It always pops up in our minds all the time. And what goes in our head when we think about, do I quit or do I keep going? So my first question to you ladies is, have you ever found yourself in a position where you quit? Or have you found yourself in a position where you want to quit, but right now you're still pushing? So either one of those questions that fit more of you.
Mariah?
Yuna.
I like always find myself at that crossroad, like, do I quit? Do I not quit? So yeah, I've quit before. I quit jobs. I went to school for social work and I'm not doing that, so I quit that. Yeah. I quit a lot.
Why do you quit? Like, what made you quit? Is there something what happens?
When I was when I worked in my field, the company that I worked for, I hated, and I just felt like I wanted to get my mental space together before I try to heal somebody else mentally. So I felt like I didn't want to fuck up nobody's life. So I was like, you know what? Let me not do this anymore, kind of thing. So yeah, that happened. Did you have? I feel like you had another question. What was your other question?
No, or are you in the process? So it's either you quit at something, or are you in the process right now of like, I'm indecisive of staying with what I'm doing or quitting. So either one, you kind of answered one area, so you don't have to answer the other one if you don't want to. Okay, so Mariah, what about you? Have you ever found yourself in a position where you quit?
Yes and no. No, I'm going to say no because I don't think that I've quit, but I never started. So that's pretty much the same thing.
Okay, explain.
So, wanting to start like this local YouTube channel where I like do more comments with Mariah, interview people, and I never really started it up and continuously did it. Or if I say I want to throw this big event, I'll say I want to do this, but then I don't actually do it. So I never started it, which isn't quitting, but I guess I quit on myself or my dream of doing it. So yes, But I never like started it, finished it, and then it was like, okay, I'm gonna stop doing this. Okay. So I guess if it's to the latter definition of just like not starting, which is kind of a form of quitting on yourself or your dreams or your goals or whatever.
Nice. Okay, that's deep. That's very deep. So can I ask you, Okay, so I guess I'll answer the question next. Have I quit on? Have I quit? Yes, I've quit. A lot of the times I quit when I feel like I'm about to get. When I feel like when pressure is against me. Like for instance, I've been in positions where I've worked at places and people show me signs that they might fire me, so I quit before or I find something else. I've always been in positions where people would say, like I've been in a position not currently, back when I was working at school, where my supervisor had told me that he was intimidated by me. And to me, I thought that was kind of weird for a supervisor to say. And in that instinct, I was like, yeah, he's gunning for me. So at that point, I was like, I need to get out of here. So I quit before that happened. So I find myself doing that often, where I try to be ahead of the person before they quit me. If that makes sense. Like if you find your boy, like you feel like you get the signs of your relationship about to go down, and you ask those questions, you know what? I want to let me leave first. I'm one of those people who got to get the last word. And sometimes my instinct could be wrong. So that could also be kind of scary that I might overthink things and quit before, before things hit the fan. So have any of y'all been in a situation like that? Or no?
Yeah. You mean romantic wise?
Romantic, or, you find yourself in a situation where you feel like, oh yeah, they gunning for me, so let me get out. Let me get out while I'm ahead.
Yeah. I have.
Or no? Not really.
No, I have. I definitely have. I mean, kind of explain it with the whole event thing and YouTube thing. My own securities are gunning for me, like, oh, you can't do that, or you haven't done that before. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know how you're gonna plan that out, girl. So just stop. Don't even start that, because that's just gonna be too much work. So my own like insecurities like stopped me before. So yeah.
I'm about to push you, Mariah. I can't. This is new. I'm hearing this is new from you.
It's true.
And you cannot let yourself stop you from doing things. You can't be afraid of failing. You cannot be afraid of failing.
Which is true, but I definitely, now that we're talking about the topic, I'm like, damn, that shit hurts. That I actually have been afraid of failing this whole time, which is probably why I never moved to New York with you, or probably never, like, when my friends like offer, like, hey, girl, come to Philly, because Bree has mentioned that, or my friends like, just go to California, you've been talking about it. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna go, because, and so yeah, now that we're talking about this topic, I'm like, yeah, it's kind of like see yourself reflected, like, damn, bitch, you've been stopping your own self this whole time.
Quitters never prosper. You have to
exactly.
You have to keep going and not be afraid of failing at all. You know what you think? Yeah, I'm sorry, Mariah.
What about you, Yuna? Yeah. No, you're fine. What do you think, Yuna?
Oh, what do I think about what?
Quitters never prospering. Do you think?
Do you ever stop yourself from doing things, Yuna?
Yeah.
I think y'all both know the answer to this question, so I really don't even know.
But do our listeners know?
Well, right. We know you, but do they know you?
Oh, I'm a quitter. I quit all the time. Like I'm a fucking quitter. Okay, I stopped myself from doing everything. Like there's so much stuff that I always wanted to do, and I just stopped myself from doing it because I'm too afraid that I'll do it and fail. Like with this whole cooking thing, I just feel like I'm scared to do it because it's something that I love so much. So it's like if I actually put my all into it and then I find out that I'm not good at it, that'll like break me. Like then I'll be like, what the fuck am I gonna do now? Kind of thing. So I'm just like,
I'm like sad right now.
But what's good to you though, Yuna? What's good? Because you have the skills. Like your food tastes great. You have the people skills to set up reservations for it.
I don't.
But you think you don't, and you say that all the time. But then I see you in interaction with the people, and you do. So I'm confused.
So this is what so this is what I'm getting from this conversation, basically. And let me tell y'all,
we are not in the.
I know this is not a counseling right session at all, but let me tell you about something. Okay, one thing. I had a situation just this past weekend where I was I'm doing my style shoot in November, and one of my models tried on a wedding dress for the style shoot. And of course, like the person comes to me and like shows me the numbers, like, okay, this is how much this costs. This is how much I'm going to give it to you. She's giving me a discount, which is fine. But I always get scared when it comes to money. Like when it comes to like, okay, do I have the money? Can I put the money up? Is this going to be worth it? And all those things just like go through my head 1,000 times. Like, is this worth it? Is this worth it? And I was almost in the process where I left because I have to put a deposit down. And you know, when you put a deposit down on something, you're saying like, this is something I'm really going to do. So I always get scared. Almost to the point where I'm like, I need a day to think about this, or let me come back to it. But anyway, I left that place and I was really having to boost myself up, like over encourage myself. Like, this is something that you're good at. This is something that you can do. This is something that like, this is an investment. You're going to learn something from this regardless of what I did. So in the story, I was literally about to get in my car and just drive off. And I drove all the way to Brooklyn to do it. But I stopped myself and I went and put the deposit down on that dress because I was like, this is something I really want to do. This is going to be something big. And sometimes you really got to big yourself up. Like, for real, for real. Because big yourself up. Like, you think you can't do it, but you can. Big yourself up. For real, for real. So that's it for my counseling session. But I'm serious. I'm serious.
What's that quote? They said, they said, you are what you think you are. So it's like, if you think you can't, you can. If you think you can, you can. So whatever you think you can do, you can do. So if you think you can't do it, then you can't do it. But if you think you can do it, then you can do it.
Right. So I guess,
if that makes any sense, sorry, listeners.
Fear is what keeps the majority of us the majority, if that makes sense. Like, there's the 1% out there that do the things that the majority of us are too scared to do. And then we look at them and be like, how did they get there? And because they didn't quit. And a lot of the times we don't even know their stories. So like, remembering that, I guess, in the process of before you quitting, that you have a story to tell if you want to be the person that you want to be, right?
True.
So let's tell our stories. Like, you got to tell your story. Right? You tried it didn't work. You tried again. It's like that whole picture with the dude with the rocks. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
He's almost close to being where he wants to do, but he wants to quit.
He gives up, and it's like right there.
So, anyway, though.
That's true, though.
But quitters do prosper sometimes. So,
do they?
Can they? I think so. I think sometimes, like, at what point do you quit when you're ahead? Right? Have y'all ever, like, quit something, you're like, yo, I'm happy I quit that. Even if it's a relationship. Like, you happy you quit that.
Self-doubt, yeah. Stop doubting yourself. Yeah, quit that shit.
But
that's what I learned. Quit that shit. Stop self-doubting yourself. But go ahead.
Right.
These relationships,
Yeah.
Or are you still in the struggle? Are we still in the struggle?
Wait, what? Oh, that situation, yeah. But I'm talking about like I'm talking about like past situations, and I finally leave the situation, and then I look back like, bruh, like that emoji with the hand on the face, like, why didn't you leave that long ago? Or, ew, I can't believe you were talking to this person or whatever. Just because they kind of are in the same position that they were in when we stopped talking or whatever. So I've quit relationships, and I did prosper.
You have
evolved. If I would have,
are you evolved, or are you still doing the same thing?
Yeah. I've evolved in, bruh. I've evolved in like me, like myself personally, like my endeavors, but I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. Anyway, so sometimes it's okay to quit. It just depends on the circumstance. And sometimes quitting gives you a story as well. Like, some people can say they quit a job that was like financially secure to be homeless for a while, and they realized that they was homeless for too long and they should just go back to work. But there's a lot of people out there like that. All y'all city rappers, still, they ain't quitting.
Bruh, I can't. I
can't. Anyway, so Yuna, tell me.
Can we get off me, please?
You don't like this topic.
Can we get off me? I don't. Let's not. No, I hate all your topics. Because I hate all of your topics. Always.
So. No. Mariah, do you hate this topic?
Can we get her on, please? Because.
Okay. No, I'm just saying.
No, I like this topic. I like this topic because I think that it brings to head what we've probably been trying to hide from ourselves. Well, at least for me. Let me speak for myself. Can't speak for everybody. But yes, I like it. It's cool. Yuna don't like it because she got to be confronted by herself. But that's another topic for another day. Stay tuned.
I know. This is not about spilling our guts.
Right.
Anyway. Our guts. I don't know if that's a good way. Anyway, all I'm saying is I chose this topic because I think that a lot of the times we are fearful of the unknown. Mm-hmm. And sometimes the best things to do is to take risks. Like, I am team risk. And I don't know why that's always been about me, but I'm all about taking risk. And at the end of the day, even if you fail, you still learn something from it.
True.
You're going to walk away with something. You're going to learn something from that. So, and there are times where I want to quit as well, where I have someone in my corner, like my husband, who's telling me the worst thing that can happen is that it doesn't work out, but still learn something from it.
True.
At the end of the day. So I think it's important that, another thing is important to have somebody in your corner who's going to not tell you like, yeah, that is scary. I don't want you to do that. Like, think about all the things that could happen. Like, you don't need people like that in your corner. And sometimes it could be your relative. Sometimes it could be your best friend. And then sometimes it could be, people who are always in your ear talking about how they're scared to do things and thinking about what could happen. Yeah. So
I agree.
Get those people out your corner. That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
So it sounds like this freaking topic was literally going to be me talking the whole time because y'all just don't even care about this topic. So.
No, why you talk about me? I think I'm being
It's not that I don't care. It's just, like,
I'm just letting y'all speak too. I don't want to ever talk y'all since it's
you don't have nothing to say. She should have told me this before
I really don't, though. Just because this is where I am right now in life, and like this is just like being confronted.
Okay, so let's move forward and let's talk about next 2019. Talk about how we're not quitting. This is for there's a lot of people who are listening to our podcast who are in the same situation. So it's just about being in that situation together and saying, all right, push through. Don't quit. Don't let fear stop you from being the best that you can be. That's it.
When you listen to this topic next year around this time, what would you want to take away? Or what would you want to tell yourself? If you're in a year from now, what would you want to tell yourself now? Like, that's going to get you to that year person.
Right. And we all can answer the question.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good question. I think that I would probably tell myself to appreciate myself a little bit more and just do it, I guess. I think we've had an episode called Just Do It before. I feel like we did. Just stop being so fearful and just do it. That's it.
I mean, that was pretty good. Straight to the point.
I don't have anything
just
wrong
do
with
it.
And I think for me, it would be to it's just keep putting it out there. Like, keep putting my vision out there into the universe, like, and watch it happen. And I think that's been something that I've been doing, and I've seen the positive reaps of it. Like, I literally have, Jeff and I have our 5-year plan that we do every 5 years. And this time we printed it out, and I literally have it framed sitting on my table. So it's framed, it's sitting on my table. I can see it all the time. And I just want to put it out there. So I think other people should do the same thing. Sometimes it's put it on a whiteboard or a chalkboard or put it in a frame and sit it where you can see it all the time, so you can remind yourself that this is where I want to be and this is where I'm trying to go, and by this time next year or the next 2 years I'm going to be there. So that's mine. What about you, Mariah?
Yeah, mine is basically to put it out there and actually do it, because you say you want to do it, you keep planning, you keep doing all this stuff, keep researching, but keep doing all this research, keep all this planning, and you're actually kind of deterring away from actually doing it. So you can plan, you can research, but at some point your plan has to be set forth and actually done. So what I would tell myself is just do it, as like Una said, and watch it bring to fruition. So yeah, basically. Yes, we do actually. A fall fruition
We have
episode
a
from
fruition
last year.
episode, don't we? Fall fruition. It's like one of our first.
That's crazy. Yeah, no, you're right. It was our first
year. It's like one of our second or third episodes or something, right? Okay. Well, that was mine, and I think this is a great. Thank you guys so much for tuning into my topic. That's quick. Anyway, so let's go ahead and go to the individual conversations.
You guys kind of segued into the one I asked on my Instagram yesterday, which was Mariah_amazing. So I asked on my Instagram stories, everybody, there's 3 months left of 2018. If you didn't know, time is zooming by. And what has it taught you? Like, what has 2018 taught you? And I got a few responses. So I'm just going to share those responses with you guys and see if it resonates for you and kind of take heed. So, Smile Brooklyn, Smile BKLYN. Hey, one of Una's close friends, everybody. She says, it's okay to be happy and to stop self-sabotaging, which is a great lesson to learn ahead of time. As we were talking, you're stopping your own self, so stop doing that, and you can put forth some effort to do other things. And then Claudia_J, who's a dedicated listener as well, kind of hit on what we were talking about. Michelle's topic today was, it'll feel like it'll kill you, but it won't. Keep going and take the risk. And Keisha Marie Cole responded and said, be accountable, dig deeper, and keep doing the work. So I think that those are some great responses that kind of coincided with what our topic was for the day, what they learned in 2018. So take what you learned, apply it to next year, and actually put forth the effort to invest in yourself. Because that's your best investment, y'all. Exactly.
It's you. Yep. And only you. And even when you get with somebody, it's still you.
It's really do. Yeah.
Sometimes we forget that. Yes.
So, I have a question for you, Michelle. I know this is back on your topic. So, what was like a point where you were like being at work? I'm assuming like working a 9-to-5 kind of thing, and you were like, I want to get out of this. What was the moment, or what did you tell yourself so that you actually made that like first step instead of just thinking about it? Like, what was the point that you put the pedal to the metal and actually started it? And what did you tell yourself?
So what I told myself, first I had to sit down and like write out my goals and what I wanted to accomplish. And I think what really stuck to me to say, like, this is something I really have to do, is I had to give myself a deadline and actually push myself. So at this point, I have a family now. So I have a daughter to think about. I also have my husband. So financially, this is something I also had to consider. And then secondly, it pushed me more because the fact that it wasn't about me anymore. So that's probably what pushed me the most, to say, you know what, you really want to do this? Then you actually, if you don't go back, then you actually have to put that same amount of work in that you would do for your 9-to-5. And I'm a big advocate of, we work towards somebody else's dreams for 9-to-5, but we don't do it for ourselves. So if I'm going to not do it, then I'm getting up at 9 and I'm going to work until 5. Or when my child sleeps, I'm going to work until 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. because I have to put that same amount of work in if I want to get some results. So I think it's a lot about disciplining yourself, and if you have that, if you're able to discipline yourself, because there's some times where you can feel down, right? Some days where it's like, I just don't know what headspace I'm going to be in today. But keep writing it down, keep putting your vision out there, and put the work in. So that's what really pushed me to do the not going back to 9 to 5. But I had to put that time in though, because the day I stopped putting that time in, today I need to go back.
That's a good response.
So, did I answer your question? Kinda. Did I miss something?
Kinda, yeah, you did. Yeah. I don't really know how to ask it so that you can give it, kind of thing. It was more like a psychological.
Can you think about it for me and let me know?
Okay,
let me know.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. That was it. So you guys are free to do
So is that it for Convos with Mariah?
All right.
Okay, cool. Cool. Unidish, you got something for us?
Her and this damn fish.
So I wanted to tell y'all.
Her and this damn fish. Okay, we get it, yo. What is it? Hold on.
When we were in Colombia, I ate.
Okay, we fucking get it. We get it, y'all. Una loves fish. Her favorite dish. Hey, Una loves fish. Una dish loves fish. It's her favorite dish. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. She loves fish, y'all. That's all she ate on the trip. But go ahead, Una.
Okay.
I'm weak. Okay. The fish in Colombia is so good. I don't know why they fry the whole fish, like head and all, like skin, everything, and that shit is so good. So if you ever go to Colombia, make sure you get some fish. I didn't like the fish in Panama, maybe because I don't know. It just didn't seem as fresh. I don't know, but if you ever go to Colombia, make sure you eat fish. Like,
you think it's like fresh water, fresh? Else, like they really don't do any seasoning. It's just because the water is just better. That's just my for fish, or it's fresh. What do you think?
On the ocean.
Yeah. I could see that. I could see that. Colombia is right, like on the water. Like it's bordered by a lot of water, so that could be it. The fish is actually fresh. Yeah. Because when we were, like I said, in a more industrialized place, which was Panama, the fish, well, I don't know if it was the restaurant we went to, but it just wasn't fresh. Like, I don't know if it was the grease that wasn't fresh or the fish. I don't know. But it wasn't too good.
Oh, yeah,
but
I do know.
We did go to a restaurant.
Oh, you didn't tell me. It's,
do you remember the name of it, Mariah? In Panama?
No, sorry, Nacion Sushi.
Well, it was a sushi restaurant.
Mm-hmm. It was good.
And
I think
they
that
were
was
pretty good.
The best sushi I've had in life, yeah.
Yeah, they were pretty good. Nacion, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So. Yeah. Ever?
I liked her food, but she wasn't feeling it, y'all. I think she wanted sushi, but she got something else, and she was like wanting it to taste like sushi. But
I didn't have sushi, and I should have got sushi because I was very disappointed with my food. So
follow your instincts.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, what's the plan for Amor Michelle?
Just go with your first mind, people. Just do
Michelle. I think I just want to share.
What about you,
just some experience
Michelle? What you got
going
more
through
of today?
As I started with this business, and I'm learning about working with venues and stuff. And I think from a business perspective, what I'm learning is about partnerships, and I think really pushing the knowing your worth and really taking the resources that you're going to give to other places or other people and really selling them to that. So for instance, I'm doing a style shoot and I'm working with different venues and things like that. So it's a process of really letting owners know or people who you're working with know that can be beneficial to them as well. So when you're in the process of working with other people, kind of gauge the fact that what you're worth, what you're about to put forth, and then also kind of what they can get out of it as well. And then going from there. So if it's you're going to bring them more customers, or you're going to give them more money in their bar area, or this might be more, you're going to put the work in to get them more sponsorship or something. So it just depends. I think a lot of it is doing your research and getting people to really kind of be a part of your team and not having to spend so much money. Creating a partnership. So that's what I'm learning. I'm still in the process of figuring it out, and sometimes I get scared to talk to people about stuff like that because I'm scared to get turned down. And sometimes getting turned down can be like my weakness. Like, dang, they turned me down. But just knowing there's a million other people out here, and hopefully one of them won't turn me down. Basically. Yeah, it's like basically when you're applying for so many jobs and you're like, I know I'm good for this position, and you put all your work into it, cover letter, all this, and sometimes you even go to an interview and then you get shut down, and sometimes it can really hit you like, yo, put all that work in and it's a no. So I guess I think I built up my people shutting me down from when I first moved to New York, and I applied to so many jobs and I traveled and I did so much work, and some people told me no. And I went all the way to like 3 rounds of interviews. So I got so used to getting told no that I just don't even care. Like at this point, the worst thing someone can tell me is no, and I just don't care if they do. It's like, all right, on to the next. So
that's true.
Yeah.
All those no's
don't get afraid for someone to shut you down, because they will. They'll shut you down. Exactly. Or just be like, you know what, I'm going to be big enough where you're going to come for me.
Right.
And I'm going to tell you no. Like,
Can I be part of your event,
y'all
Michelle?
don't understand. Like, when I make it, I can't wait for someone to come for me.
I see what you're doing over there. It's really successful.
And be like,
that's what you're waiting on, huh, Michelle?
You get no love from me. I just want to say no. But then, it's going to be a lesson. Don't do that. Don't burn your bridges, man. Out here helping each other. Help each other out. So, yeah, that's mine. That's my little more of Michelle business stuff.
But have you ever had like
she was nice.
A potential business partner that you just didn't like as a person?
She's like I think she's a Russian lady. But I feel like when she seen that, first with me, she was fine. But then when like the black men showed up, like my husband and the host showed up, a couple other black men showed up, and I think she almost got fearful, and she started to kind of push back, and I didn't like that at all. Like, it's almost like I almost had to, because at the end of the day, when I book these venues, they leave reviews for me afterwards, so it's like I didn't want it to be a race thing, and that really that was annoying to me, and I was like, I don't want to ever go back there. But she left me a good review, so on the bright side, but still. And as far as another thing with partnerships, this is gonna be my first time kind of working with the dude that I did the last event with, so I'll have to come back to you on that one and see if this is something that possibly we could do, or it might be a lesson learned where I'm like, working with a partner with these characteristics is something I can't do, but it's a good learning perspective, because then I'll know moving forward what I do want and I don't want from a partner. Yeah. Right. Unless you're coming from my head.
So you don't believe in burning bridges, like you just
personal,
nicely and politely get out.
Other than that, I try not to burn bridges, especially not in the business, because if you get blacklisted, it's going to be hard for other people to work with you. Yeah. So that's my end of thing. Do you guys have any last
not for our topic,
thoughts,
I guess
or
business, so I'll wait until everybody
our topic.
All right. Announcements. I was gonna highlight the event that we're doing this weekend, which is Into the Light, for Candace Nelson, who is also a Marbella graduate. She's hosting an event called Into the Light, and me and Yuna will be hosting on behalf of Melanin Voices. Just her event is for suicide prevention, and it'll be this weekend, Saturday. I'm on Bello High, so come out, support. Just trying to get awareness for suicide and trying to prevent it. So that's that, you guys, and that's all I want to highlight. Just because we haven't, I feel like for most of our events we don't really talk about it much, but just know that'll be an event that Melanin Voices will be taking part of soon. Me too. I'm happy she reached out to us and seen someone special.
I'm excited for you guys, and I'm happy that she's doing that. Yeah, it would be nice, so
Oh.
dope if you guys could do something like where it's alive of just
Right.
you two
I
though,
know
but not.
that's
Of course, the
amazing.
event, you guys doing the event and stuff, but also some clips of you guys. So if it's someone that you guys might know who would be interested in just kind of doing some just recording, or if you guys can get someone to record you
Okay.
guys
Yeah, I'll
kind of
look
in the
into seeing if a friend
process
can
of
come do that for
hosting, that would
us.
be nice content for us. Yeah. Just take some good pictures. You guys can talk about, how you felt about the awareness.
Yeah,
So
for
that's some
sure.
good content for us
We're
to
all about
post, and maybe we
mental
can do a
health,
topic
so
on
that'd
it
be a
later.
good
Yeah,
episode to do.
Candace.
But yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say. Oh, and shameless plug. Check out my vlog on YouTube about Panama and Colombia. It's on there, you guys. So you get to see. You guys get to see our experience. Well, a short clip of our experience.
Yeah.
It was a 5-day trip, but So check it out. It's Mariah's Store on YouTube.
Oh my God, yes, it was so cute.
Support.
Yeah, check it out always. Support. Sometimes you guys should put some of your stuff on the IG too. Like I know it's
I think so
not
too.
Melanin Voices, but I think we could shout each other out sometimes. I think that's okay. I think it's a good way for our audience to kind of know what we do on the side,
Push.
Get us a little bit more, yeah, or some more support from our, like a lot of people want to know exactly kind of what we do too, and some people just can listen just because they like you.
I'll take all Michelle's viewers. I'll take all you as viewers.
That's okay too. That's okay too. Okay. Anyway, whatever. You got something.
I am too. I'm really about to hang up this phone.
I'm done with
Me
Eunice today, y'all.
Done.
Done.
No, I don't.
Yay!
All right, I got something, y'all.
She's moving to California.
So 6 months from now, I'm gonna be in a different headspace. I'm putting my business out there. I am going to therapy now, and I'm gonna do what I say. So,
I am for real gonna hold you down. Do you want to come? We gotta talk offline because I forgot we gotta talk after you came back.
So, I don't know. Continue to support
me. Come to New York for a second.
Don't get annoyed with me
too if you want.
Try.
Wow, she don't want to travel with you no more. You know,
from New York.
She don't want to travel with you no more. She's done.
Because she said, "Come stay." So I'm just gonna go live in New York.
I'm gonna take off
I'm still traveling with her. Please.
I'll tell Joe to come for you. I'll tell Joe to come for you.
Wait, what do you mean? I don't get it.
Whatever. Okay. Anyway, guys, I don't have any last thoughts. I just want to. I guess I do. Really, it's just quitters never prosper. Just keep pushing. And I think my biggest thing is put people in your space, put people in your corner that are going to tell you that you can do it. What if you fly? But what if you fly? You're not going to fall. You're going to fly. And if you're not, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be here to pick you up, even if it doesn't work. Those are the type of people you want in your corner. And that's all I got to say.
What if
that's all I got to say. So, you already know where to find us, Melanin Voices.
You can email us at melanavoices1@gmail.com. And you can even call us on Google Voice at 515-996-0299. I am too. I want to hear somebody's messages because I'll be talking about all of our DMs, but we want to see y'all messages. Hear y'all messages. Please.
Yeah.
I'm sick of y'all not calling. Like,
I know it's gonna be like a 5 minute message, and you're gonna be like, "Dang, I wish my voice was heard."
It could have.
That voice could have been heard the first few episodes.
Because when we get big, we're not even gonna. You ain't gonna be able to talk.
Bye, everybody. Have a productive week.
This is why I'm hot. This is why.
Exactly.
I'm hot because I'm fly. You ain't because you're not.
Right. Why it's hot.
We done.
What's the Mike Jones one?
All right, y'all. We out.
Okay, fine.